Hello, my name is David. I am a content developer here at DataCamp, and in this video, I will walk you through the anatomy of a video exercise. Video exercises are a vital part of the learning experience for users on DataCamp. Video exercises mark, as you can see on this screenshot here, the beginning of each lesson. So in chapter 1, for example, we have 3 lessons. This lesson begins with a video on machine learning for finance. The second lesson begins with a video on data transformations, features, and targets. And the last lesson of this chapter begins with a video on linear modeling. And with that, video exercises are a way for instructors to introduce new learning objectives and provide context for their motivation as well as examples. There are 2 main components to video exercises. The first is slides and then scripts. And the general flow for video exercises in the context of data science is this. We first begin with stating a problem. That is, what is the real-life problem we're trying to solve, by which we're going to employ the concept or learning objective. Then we proceed to the data set. What data are we going to use to solve that problem? And then what is the solution that we're going to use that data set with to then solve that problem? That is the concept or learning objective. Then how do we actually implement that solution? In this example, we can think of the solution implementation as how do we write the code to then take that data, do whatever transformations and modeling, and then solve that problem. And then the last piece is how do we interpret the output of our solution. So let's actually take a look at an example. In this case, let's look at machine learning for finance in Python, specifically the lesson on decision trees. So I have it right here. I'm going to play it. You won't be able to hear it, but I'm going to walk you through roughly what the instructor delivers. So in the beginning, Nate George, the instructor, talks about why decision trees are interesting. He talks about decision trees being a building block for random forests, and that random forests are generally a go-to model for modeling for data scientists. So then he goes into what is actually a decision tree. So he spends a little bit of time on that. And then he goes into how to actually implement decision trees. So from sklearn.tree, we're importing the decision tree regressor, and then we're continuing to write some code to then fit the model, and so on and so forth. Then Nate George provides a little bit more context, and then we evaluate the model, and that's about it. So in the context of the flow that we visited earlier, he presents his motivation, which we can say, roughly speaking, is the problem statement. Then he jumps into explaining what decision trees are. That is the concept or learning objective. Then he goes into the implementation of decision trees. And finally, he goes over interpreting our decision trees model. So in this particular example, Nathan didn't explain or didn't introduce a data set, but in more applicable examples, a data set might be vital. So that's a good thing to keep in mind. So this is the video exercise from the point of view of the student. Let's take a look at the teach editor to see what this looks like from the viewpoint of the instructor. Let's go here. So this is the same video exercise. Notice here's the script that Nathan George is reading out as he recorded the audio for the video. As we go through the slides on the left hand side, we can see the different scripts as well as the different slides used for the video. You can see if we play that, yeah, so if we keep going through, we will continue to see different scripts and different slides until we reach the end. And then once we're done with that video, then we would proceed to other non-video exercises for practice. I hope you enjoyed this quick video on the anatomy of a video exercise. Please let me know if you have any questions or feedback. Thanks again.